Did you hear? Hillary Clinton says she's going to put Bill in charge of the economy because, man, he knows how to get it done. It was because of Bill that 21 million jobs were created in the 90s. It was because of Bill that we had this economic growth period like never before in the history. Well, I tell you what, it's true about the jobs. It's true about economic growth. What's not true is that Bill had anything at all to do with this. Nothing angers me more because I was so personally involved, which I'll explain in a moment. Nothing angers me more as when the government or these politicians take credit for what Americans do because of their own will and energy. Let's go back to the 90s. You think Bill Clinton created the great economic growth? How about Bill Gates? How about Steve Jobs, Microsoft, Apple, Intel? Do you realize during the 90s computers came into vogue? So did the internet. Hello? How about cell phones? I mean, good grief. Plus technology in general. Listen, manufacturing went crazy in the 90s because of technology. It made it so efficient that productivity increased greatly, which made more money, created more jobs. What did Bill Clinton have to do with that? Nothing, my friends. No. Please explain to me what tax or regulation you can come up with that's going to create growth. I just don't understand. And from my personal experience, I started a business when Bill Clinton was president. I did. And let me be clear. When I came up with the idea and began to put the business plan together, there was no one from government there to help or give advice. When I put my own money into it to get it started, there was no help from the government whatsoever with that. And then when I started the business, the first money that I had to give out was, guess to who? The government. I had to get a business license. So they made several $100 off me before I even made a penny. Well, the business was a success for a pretty good while. Then in 1999, I got a letter from the IRS that said I owed thousands upon thousands of dollars in back payroll taxes. I'm like, what? I can't describe to you what that did to my heart. By the way, the IRS is Bill Clinton. It is government. They came down so hard on me. And here was the problem. All these employees I had, they weren't employees, they were independent contractors. Honestly, I did it just to save. I mean, I didn't want to spend my time doing all this payroll crap, sending a check to Social Security, sending a check to state, sending a check to federal, on behalf of each individual employee. I just wasn't going to do that. So I didn't take any taxes out. At the end of the year, I gave them a 1099. They paid their own taxes. Seemed cool. They made plenty of money. No one complained about it. But according to IRS rules, they were employees. So now I had to pay all these back payroll taxes and make them employees. So 2 years I fought the IRS and the back payroll taxes. I did switch immediately though to employees. And guess what I did? I went out, hired an accountant, $500 retainer a month, just so she could do my payroll and other IRS issues. That's what the government did for me. Now, I could go on and on. I got to stop though, short video. But if you think for a second, and I really want to beg you, please don't let any politician, including Ronald Reagan, don't let any politician take credit for what good Americans do with their creativity and their hard work. I am sick of that. So please, get into reality. It is not government that's going to make this economy grow. We need government, okay? We do. But keep in mind that as we elect somebody, they need to understand what makes an economy click so they will do the right things from their position. Learn your history, my friends.